3 letters. That is all it takes to lose marks on this exam. DAC, MAC, RBAC. Swap 2 of them in your head, and a question you actually understand still comes back wrong. Here is what makes it worth 5 minutes. By the end of this lesson, you will hear an access control scenario and name the model instantly, the way you name a color. No hesitating, no second guessing. And I will give you one short sentence that keeps all 3 straight for the rest of your career. This is Objective 3.2, and the exam swaps these 3 on purpose. Start with what these 3 things actually are. They are access control models. A model is just the rule the system uses to decide who gets in. Remember subjects and objects from Lesson 8? A subject is the person or process asking. An object is the file, the folder, or the door they want. Every model below is answering one question. When this subject asks for that object, who gets to say yes? Model 1. DAC, Discretionary Access Control. Think about your own laptop. You own a folder of holiday photos, and you decide who to share it with. Share with your partner, keep it from everyone else. That is DAC. The owner of the data grants access at their own discretion. That is literally what discretionary means. You have seen this every time you right-click a file and choose who can open it. DAC is flexible, and that is exactly its weakness. Because the owner decides, the owner can also be careless. Share the wrong folder with the wrong person, and nothing stops you. It is only as careful as the person clicking. Remember least privilege from Lesson 8? The keys to your office, not the whole building? DAC relies on humans to honor that. Model 2. MAC, Mandatory Access Control. This one is the opposite of discretionary, and the word mandatory is your clue. Picture the military. A document is stamped top secret. You hold a secret clearance. You cannot open that document, and here's the key part. You cannot choose to share it either, even if you wrote it. The system decides based on labels, and nobody overrides it. That is MAC. Every object carries a classification label. Every subject carries a clearance level. The system compares the two and enforces the rule. No discretion, no exceptions. It is the most rigid model of the 3, which is why you find it in military, government, and classified environments. Remember the CIA triad? MAC exists to protect confidentiality when the stakes are national secrets. Quick recap of the 2 so far. DAC, the owner decides. MAC, the system decides through labels. Feel the difference? Good, because the third one is neither. Model 3. RBAC, Role-Based Access Control. Walk into a hospital. There are hundreds of nurses. Nobody grants access to each nurse one at a time. Instead, there is a role called nurse. The role has a set of permissions, and every nurse inherits them the moment HR assigns the role. A new nurse starts on Monday, gets the nurse role, and instantly has exactly the right access. Change jobs, and your access changes with the role. That is RBAC. Access follows your job function, not you personally, and not a label. It is the model most real companies use because it scales. You manage a handful of roles instead of thousands of individuals. So here's the sentence I promised. DAC equals the owner decides. MAC equals the system decides. RBAC equals your job decides. Say it once more in your head. The owner decides, the system decides, your job decides. 2 quick extras the exam might wave at you. Rule-based access control applies the same rule to everyone, regardless of who they are. A firewall blocking a port, or a login only allowed 9 to 5, that is rule-based. And attribute-based access control, RBAC, decides using attributes, like your department, your location, or the device you are on. More flexible, more modern, but the exam only expects you to recognize the name. Time for a quick exam check. A defense contractor stores files that carry secret and top secret labels. The system blocks anyone whose clearance does not match the label, and even the file's author cannot share it downward. Which access control model is this? A. Discretionary access control. B. Role-based access control. C. Mandatory access control. D. Rule-based access control. Pause the video and pick your answer. Ready? The answer is C. Mandatory access control. Here is why. Labels plus clearance, enforced by the system with no personal override, is the definition of MAC. A is wrong, because discretionary means the owner chooses, but here, the author cannot share it all. B is wrong, because access is set by clearance, not by a job role. D is wrong because rule-based applies one blanket rule to everyone, not a per-file label matched to a clearance. Watch for the words label, clearance, and classified. They point at MAC almost every time. Let me pull it together. Exam checklist style. 3 models. DAC, discretionary. The owner grants access at their discretion. Flexible, but risky. MAC, mandatory. The system enforces access by labels and clearance, the most rigid, built for classified worlds. RBAC, role-based. Access comes from your job role, and it scales. And on the edge, rule-based applies one rule to all, while RBAC uses attributes. One last question, out loud. A manager shares a project folder and picks exactly which teammates can open it, all by herself. Which model is that? Say it. Discretionary. DAC. She is the owner, and she decides at her own discretion. If the owner is choosing, it is always DAC. If those 3 finally sit in separate boxes in your head, that was the whole goal. So subscribe, because the course is landing in pass order. And to drill these swap the acronym questions until they are automatic, head to certcrush.app, where the CC question bank is full of them. That wraps Domain 3, Access Controls. Next lesson we open Domain 4, Network Security, the biggest slice of the exam, starting with how data actually moves, the OSI model and TCP over IP.